Did Christ have more contact with the Essenes after his resurrection and ascension? And if so, why?
Well, that's a biggie. That's a biggie. That's another biggie, right? That's as big as Jesus writing books on the way from the east to the Middle East. Think about it. But that's absolutely true. And why would that be the case? If you remember from Mary's meeting at the tomb, a lot of even the apostles had a hard time adjusting to Master Rabbi's Jesus's resurrection. So so we have, everybody remember your basic Christian lessons, right? So from Fat Tuesday to Ash Wednesday, there's 40 days to Easter, right? And then from Easter, there's 40 days until the Assumption and then the Ascension of Christ. And during that time, we have the Acts of the Apostles in the Bible, and some of the best stuff, as you know, is written right then. Not all of it, but some good stuff. It's part of some of the Lama's favorite reading in the Bible. And then all of a sudden he ascends, and he's during the Assumption and the teachings with the apostles, they're still trying to take hold of the fact he's right in front of them. And he's not just spirit. Remember, he could be touched, held. He was eating bread and fish again. It wasn't coming out through the sides of his body. So what happened? He created the golden body that they say in the Far East they call the alchemist body. He created a body that could come and go 3D, 4D, 5D. It could walk through walls. It could fly in the air. He was not limited by natural's laws again. Why? Because Abba created natural laws, but Abba also created us. And if I'm going to give this dominion, what means dominion? Christ was the example of what means dominion, man. He overcame it all. He overcame death, which he said that's the last enemy. So after he ascends it and he leaves, don't be too choosy about what I'm getting ready to say, right? Try to be detached for a minute from your false beliefs. When he leaves the drama of the apostles, the disciples, and the family of them, who do you think is most conscious? Do you think the apostles that were with him 3 years, or the group that had been working doing self-improvement for 300 years? The people who prepared the way for the Christ. Who do you think? Of course, he would go back and visit with them. Do you think now anybody in the Essenes that had a hard time with spiritual ego and arrogance, and maybe there was a little bit of hubris and jealousy based on John, his cousin, leading the Essenes, and Mother Mary at times was leading the Essenes also, especially on Jesus's travels. Do you think now maybe they might be a little bit more willing to listen when he raised his body from the dead? And then he takes that body. You better believe they're like, my pencil and paper, I'm ready to write everything down. Bring it on, Rabbi, bring it on. Now, all of a sudden, he's no longer just a rabbi. He's a master rabbi, Jesus, anointed, that had the power to overcome everything, including death. You better believe they were ready to listen and hang on to every word. He stayed with them several years.